Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Can Mikey Garcia compete at the top of the welterweight division? I don't believe that Mikey Garcia is ready for Terence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr. I think those guys are just too good for him out of his league. I think that was proven by the fact that, Errol Spence Jr. Went the distance with Mikey Garcia, and Mikey Garcia was non-competitive for 12 rounds. I don't even see a round where I could clearly give Mikey Garcia and say, hey, he really showed some great signs in that round. Defensively, early in the fight, he was very good, but offensively he never got into a rhythm, never got going, and was never competitive. Now, if you look at Mikey Garcia and you look at the rest of the welterweight division outside of Crawford and Spence, I don't think that Danny Garcia is an elite level welterweight. I don't think he's at the top of the welterweight division, so I think that he's the type of guy that is beatable. I think Mikey Garcia would have a chance against Danny Garcia. I wouldn't write him off against Danny Garcia. I would say Mikey has a chance to compete with Danny Garcia, but there still lies a lot of problems with that fight because Danny Garcia is going to be the bigger, stronger man on the night, and he has a hell of a right hand. So at the end of the day, Danny Garcia could stop Mikey, could beat Mikey, and I don't even know if I could favor Mikey in that fight. I still would edge towards Danny Garcia. But let's just break into everyone's comments and statements. We'll start with Wasi Rahman. Wasi states that Mikey Garcia should be fighting at 135 and 140 at most. No big names at 140. So I understand Loma's the only, and I mean only fight that should mean anything to Mikey right now. But Mikey's ducking it with the excuse of bad blood with Arum. What else is Mikey going to do at 135 other than fight Loma? Mikey can't do anything at 140 because no name and it's the zone. So Mikey has to fight at 147 and has to be passed around by the elite. He sold his body and his career. He's being extremely underwhelming, but he's cashed out, and that's all that matters to him. And that was a great breakdown, Wasi. And this is what it really looks like. Mikey Garcia has to take on the top level fighters, but at the end of the day, he may just be fighting out of his depth at 147 pounds. Hey there, States. All these broke casuals hating on Mikey. Let's just wait and see what he does before you bash him. Now, I will say this. If Mikey Garcia beats Danny Garcia, then he's back in the conversation. He's proven he can compete at the welterweight division. And now, let's see what he can do and what adjustments he can make against better fighters. Indy Fernandez says he can compete for sure. He lost against Spence, but that was the first fight at welter. Like a real one, he went for the top guy. And that's a very great point. Mikey Garcia, if he can make adjustments and improve off of what he did with Spence, and that translate to Sean Porter's, to Danny Garcia's, to Keith Thurman's, to everyone else, then we'll give Mikey Garcia all the credit in the world. And we do believe that he could compete at the top level of the welterweight division. Steve 3 says, food for the top dogs. He needs to fight at 130, 140. Can't knock him for trying. Wendy City says, Bill Adam is Lomachenko fan. Has to pretend to be someone else. Let's keep going. If Andy Ruiz, this is the rap vote, if Andy Ruiz can prove himself, Mikey Garcia can do it too, but it will be harder for Mikey Garcia. GN Valentine says Mikey is avoiding Lomachenko. Soldier for God states Mikey has no business at 147 division. He's daring to be great and win a fit division, but let's face it, he's not as great as he thinks. I guarantee you he will not win any title at 147, but he will get the big paydays at 147. El Bebe Chingon says he can't compete, but it seems like he's cashing out. Leonardo Navarrete says Mikey is a pizza before the Spence fight. Let that sink in. Goldstein said he's a PVC you know what now, and he's being pimped out. Rafael Reyes says Mikey is too small for the welterweight, and everyone has already saw that. At the end of the day, this is a very telling tell for Mikey Garcia, is that he has to prove it against Danny Garcia. If he loses this fight, he's officially done. If he wins this fight, he's revived his career, because he can't fight Lomachenko after 2 back-to-back losses. And Lomachenko would get no credit. If I'm at that point, if I'm Loma, I don't even want the fight, because it makes no sense at that point. So if Mikey Garcia is going to compete at welterweight, if he's going to take on top dogs, if he wants to look good and he wants to stay at the welterweight division, he must beat Danny Garcia, and there's no two ways around it. Once again, Unbiased as always, just IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.